Lab. Working on some zone beaters today. Ideally, you want to run zone beaters that can beat everything, something that's versatile. So what we have here is a play that is in a heavy run formation with 2 tight ends and 2 backs in the backfield running against a random defense. Smart routing the outside route, putting a delay fade on the wing tight end. And this looks like man coverage. Actually, this is a match defense, and that's fine. We can beat that over the top if I'm not under pressure. You know the sheds in practice mode are ridiculous. And this looks like it's probably a cover 3 cloud shell. Go back to this play. Smart route. And let's see what we can do here with the tight end. Yeah, the tight end gets left because of the post coming across the field. Whenever you run a zone beater to the sideline, best case scenario, you want a route coming from the other side that will attract the zone. And ideally one that also beats man. So we're in man here. And you can see that we got a nice, easy pass lead to the side. And that's makes you move to the 50-yard line so it's easier to calculate distance. Most important thing when you want to beat zone is to make sure that any route that attacks zone can attack at least 35 yards consistently, because you want to make sure that you can get over top of hard flats, cloud flats, curl flats that are set to 30 yards. That's really the magic scenario for consistently beating zone to the sideline. So here, looks like the cornerback's blitzing. Didn't have enough time, but as you can see, the tight end route is deep enough that he'll catch it at about 35, almost 40 yards every time. And the route on the backside cuts steep enough that it will attract the attention of the corner, as you saw there. The corner, at the last second, he bailed. Now, that's in a regular deep third in cover 3. It's really popular for people to make adjustments where they put that corner in a deep half. If they do that, then he gets beat even worse to the sideline. So, again, I want to reiterate, it's important that your route to the sideline, the tight end, that you can throw it at least 35 yards, because if people are playing cover 3 invert with deep half instead of thirds, then you're going to be able to beat them to the sideline every single time. Again, see the bail? It was a bad throw. Again, pressure, practice mode, sheds are ridiculous. But as you can see, we are getting a consistent bail from the deep third on the wide side of the field because of this square route, which I'm smart routing, coming from the opposite side. So we're going to run this again. Maybe I'll just block the wing tight end this time instead. See what he can do for me there. Watch the corner, watch the corner. Had to get rid of it quick that time because of the pressure. I'm also playing against a practice squad that has a really good D-line, so it's not helping my cause at all here. Yeah, I'll block the fullback too. He's not really necessary on the play. So we only have 2 routes on the field, and this looks like this is man coverage now. And again, if we get time, we can throw it to him. I didn't have time. Again, practice mode sheds. But let's try this again. Actually, let's put him on. Picks up man blitz better. Okay. And then man again and again. Once he crosses the face of the safety, boom, nice little pocket. It's going to be a TD every time. A route like this, a post like this, is important to have in a play that you want to be able to beat man and zone, because it does beat man, but it also beats it in an area to where a middle third is not going to stop it. And if there's no help over the top, it's certainly getting deep enough to beat any kind of sideline purple routes, which is incredibly popular for people to run. If your tight end's good enough as route tech, he will also beat man on this post, which is one of those posts that you can that you can smart route, and it gets really short. So against man, he can scorch, especially linebackers, things like that. He'll scorch them. It also puts him at a different depth. Drop the ball, but you see there's a nice little pocket over top of the zone there. Let me also show you this play against cover 4 drop. Show 2, you can beat it all the way over the top. Again, this is out of a very heavy run formation that's really tough to stop, and it has some great runs in it. So let's just pull all the cover 4 drops basically work on the same rules. It doesn't matter what formation it's out of, but 3-4 odd This is not as popular this year, but it was incredibly popular in years past. Check this out. We can actually put both of these tight ends on delayed fades, and we don't care about the route. It's just for the blocking. What's important here on the weak side of the field, which is how you want to run this, because when you're running stretch, power, etc., you want all that open field to work with. All you have to do is put the guy in the fullback position on an option, which you can do without Hot Route Master, and smart route the option. And what you're gonna notice is, because of where he goes on the field, he will actually hold the safety on the right side who's in a deep quarter. So we have 2 routes on the entire field right now, and boom, wide open. Now, this particular post is so deep that you probably want to run this from further away than 50 yards so you could actually pass lead. You can smart route it, and it usually works, but it's a little bit of a different throw, so I'll show you that. Because it's a little bit shallower, it's going to attract the attention of the safety, but he'll be too late, so you'll be able to throw it over top of his head, like this. There you go. What's nice about that is you get rid of the ball faster, too. So there's 2 ways to beat cover 4 drop. Any play that can beat it, you're always either going to be waiting a little longer and throwing it all the way across the field, pass leading to the outside, to the sideline, or you're going to shorten it up a little bit, and you're going to split the safeties. And you would think that in cover 4 drop, you could never split the safeties because they're both in deep quarters, not deep halves, so there really isn't space between them. But when you use a pull route like this that attracts attention from that safety, it makes it possible. This is not a receiver that has route tech or anything else. He does have 94 speed, but the whole secondary has 94 speed too, so nothing special there. There is another play. I don't know if either of these are in the same playbook, but you can use the exact same concept, and this one will be a rollout. Same idea, smart routed option from the strong fullback position. This one will probably be able to get all the way outside because it's a designed rollout, and throw it to the sideline. Again, the problem here, now we can also smart route that one, and that's probably what we need to do from 50 yards. These are really deep posts, so to use them without smart routing, you're going to need to do it from like the 40 of your side of the field probably. But again, we're going to roll out. And you could see again, he attracted the safety's attention, but he's going to beat him. He's always too late because of the route that's pulling him down. And I'll show you this without any route to pull. And this will also work sometimes, but it's not as consistent. So you do want to have that little fullback pull route. The reason that works really well from this particular formation is because the fullback is in strong alignment, which gives him, he's offset. So otherwise he'd actually be running straight down the hash since we're on the left hash, and you don't want that. You want him coming from a spot where he'll hit that safety. So let's do this again, roll out, and beat him over the top. And this will work every time. If you have a burner, you Tyreek Hill or anyone's 95, 96, 97 speed, that's going to work. And in Mutt, it doesn't really matter. Everyone's going to be close to max speed at this point in the year. When it's speed on speed like that, this is still going to work because he has a step on him. So there you go. For those of you that like to run the ball, you know that this is really, really effective. Another thing you can do as a variation, because it's really popular to run dive, motioning the tight end over, you can do basically the same thing, but put the wing tight end on a streak, smart route this guy, everything else is the same, and then that clears him out even more. Because the streaked wing tight end, when he's motioned over, ends up attracting the left side inside quarter safety, pulls him back deep, so you no longer have to worry about clearing him. You could probably even do this without smart routing the post. So this is the longer post from the rollout play, and I'm thinking because of how I'm setting this up, yeah, you can just do like that. So there you go. This particular play, I'll show you against cover 2, the corner route, and you always want to run it from the weak side, by the way, and the biggest reason, I'll show you really quick when I come back out, the biggest reason is because of how far the wide receiver is, the solo receiver is from the offensive line. Let's just do a random cover 2 defense. Random cover 2. Okay, so I'll show you real quick. You see how he's kind of in a tight alignment? Well, if we respot the ball, check out where the receiver is. Really, he's basically in the same spot, but the rest of the offense has moved. So there might be some times where that's actually advantageous, but this particular formation, you're just better off and more versatile to run it to where he's in a more of a compressed alignment. It just works out better. So I could actually run, I'm going to run this with no adjustments at all, and you'll just see that because of the depth of the tight ends route, if I can get time, he's always going to get in a spot that the deep half cannot guard him. Just wait a little bit, okay? And that's right at 30 yards. You know, in cover 2, that's almost always going to be more than enough. You can, if you can wait a little longer, you can hit him deeper. So that was at 35 yards. Also notice that because it's cover 2 and it's deep half and the depth of his route, he is attracting attention from the safety. So I haven't actually done this yet, but I'm guessing we could probably bomb cover 2 all the way over the top like this. Yeah, there you go. And that's because of the attention the tight end is attracting from that safety. So again, the reason that you like a post and a corner together, a deep post especially, and especially one that when you smart route it, it can hit different depths, it just lets you attack the defense in different ways. So no matter whether that's a corner in cover 3 on the right side that you're targeting, or a safety in cover 2, or a safety in cover 4, it doesn't really matter. All the same principles apply, and basically they're just going to be wrong every time. Notice that was 40 yards. It's actually 38 yards, but at 38 yards there is no zone drop, and no zone in the game that is going to be able to cover that tight end. Period. Look, if you wait long enough, the safety's going to have to drop off. But he drops off late, so I'm guessing the way I just ran that, even though he did drop off to go and guard the post, I think he's late enough that you're still going to be able to bomb the post over the top. And by the way, where I'm hitting him, even if you put a deep blue from the linebacker or sub-linebacker, safety, whatever, in the middle, usually you're still going to be able to bomb him over the top. So, boom. That time it was just a bad throw. Crossbody it gave me because I was holding sprint. Run this one more time, and then I'll show you real quick, cover 3, and then we'll be done. So again, watch safety, drops off, boom, racket, touchdown, 50 yards. Okay, show you a couple times against cover 3 and we'll be done. Same play, strong H wing. And by the way, there's lots of other formations you can use this concept out of. This one's just interesting because it's such a heavy formation. Being able to bomb basically every zone and man with no help over the top deep out of a heavy run formation with one wide receiver on the field, that's pretty nice because it lets you, if you're in a CFM where you only have one good wide receiver, or you can make trades and get rid of some of your receivers and only have really good receivers, then that's great. Let's go ahead and run. Let's do 3-3-5 wide Mike 3 blitz because this is one of the most popular defenses in the game. And I'm going to smart route this post, and the reason I'm doing that is you'll notice the cornerback on the right side. Pressure. I maybe shouldn't have picked the blitz because I'm probably going to get screamed at, but I'll just block a couple people to offset it. Okay. Good. Should be able to roll out a little bit here. Okay, you notice how he dropped off? And where did I catch the ball? 10-yard line. We're on the 50. That's 40 yards. There is no zone drop in the game that can guard that because of the depth that his route runs at. And he doesn't need to be fast. Again, drops off. Swerve catch, 40 yards, 41 that time. And again, think about if that corner that's in a deep third, if you put him in a deep half, what's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen is at the snap, he's going to run straight backwards and a little bit towards the middle. And he is, instead of having to make a decision and getting attracted by the post, he's just going to go into an area to where he absolutely cannot guard this corner route point blank period. Nothing you can do about it. Even that. It's a tight throw. At that time, I probably would have been able to bomb him over the top to the other route, and I just don't have much time because I'm rolling against a blitz in practice mode. But yeah, you can see that there is certainly potential for you to bomb to the other player. And there are some plays where, this one included, where smart routing one or the other or both can kind of change things in a way that opens up new opportunities for where you want to throw the ball. So if you want to go to one guy, you smart route the other, or vice versa. So it really just depends on the formation and what's in it. But there are some really cool ways to do that. And so here, he dropped off right before I threw it. But he did lead the tight end, as you can see. So this one maybe... You can also motion him in. So on a play like this, I'm guessing if I motion him in, you're going to have a better chance to bomb that side if that's what you really want to do. He did get caught up a little bit that time. I'll show you another play that's a good example of this with two wide receivers on the field. And this comes out of weak close flex. PA boot shot. And we'll go ahead and we'll run 3-3-5 wide, but instead of the blitz, we'll just do a different cover 3. It has the same rules, cover 3 buzz. It's just less people rushing, so it'll be a little easier, and won't have to worry about it. So I'm going to run this stock first. Just check it out. Check out how it works stock. Watch that corner. Has to drop off. Why? Because of the post. It's coming across. It's at just the right depth to attract his attention. And again, if he was in a deep half instead of deep third, that is going to be even more exaggerated. He got there that time. This particular play is actually better run from the other hash. I'll try to show you, which is nice. It's good to have a beater like this. This concept, it's nice that in some formations you want to run it from one side of the field, and in other formations you want to run it from the other. So this one you'll see wide open. And again, where did we catch that? The 8-yard line. That's 42 yards. There is no zone drop in the game. That was with no adjustments at all. There is no zone drop in the game that is going to be able to guard that. So with the attention he's attracting, you're going to get a lot of one-play scores. Against the guys who are running double Mabel, this is the reason that I've been labbing this is against double Mabel and things like that. You need routes that can get beyond those zones on the sideline, without needing to bomb it all the way over the top. This is the new equivalent. Like, this is the new kind of bomb play. And it's a better one because every good player bomb-proofs their defense. Every single one. You're not going to play a top 150, top 250 type player and hit them with the typical cover 3 bombs over the top. They're not going to let you do it. This kind of play, though, he caught that somehow. This type of bomb is really nice. I mean, you can quick snap this, which is amazing. You don't even need to make an adjustment. But it's nice because you can beat them to the sideline. They can double Mabel all they want. They can put any zone on the field that they want. It's not going to matter. You cannot guard this in cover 3 or cover 2 without manning people up. And, I mean, that's fine, and good players will do that. But at least you get them out of just running a straight zone defense, which you do not want. You don't want people to be in that comfort zone where they can just run zone with a bunch of zone drops on the field. So, all right, I'm out. Thanks for watching.